Also, I've noticed that because I used to do this at him, and he would laugh and giggle and whatnot. He's been putting his finger in his mouth and going, like trying to
lovely noise
figure it out
for you guys.
Hello, and welcome back to Adulting Midwest Style. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Alicia, and this is a podcast where we talk about all things adulting, and we play fun games, and we're first-time parents. So this particular episode is kind of about that. We are doing our 11-month update for our son, Theo, and let's just get right into what beer we're drinking. Today, I am drinking New Glarus Moon Man. I think it's been a hot minute since I've had this. I don't even know if I've had this on the episode. I'm not sure.
And then I got the Lakefront Wisconsinites.
Ooh, rolled it. Yeah, so this episode, we're going to do our 11-month update. So it's a special night, like we did it in the 10-month update. We'll link that above if you didn't watch it. But, sorry. We do our monthly updates on Thursdays, but Thursday's Thanksgiving, so we shifted it to Friday. So that's what we're doing.
Cheers.
All right.
Yummy.
So right off the bat, it's a bit more stressful.
Yes.
To have such a mobile kiddo.
Yes, because, I mean, you work from home on Mondays and Fridays now, and you're in charge of not only doing your own job, but also trying to corral him in the living room.
Yes, which he doesn't want to be corralled, and I honestly wouldn't want to be either all day. He's just very curious now, which is fun to see. Like, he's definitely like ventured into other areas, but you know, some things just don't need to be ventured in, like the heating vents in our living room.
Yeah, he wants to rip out of the floor.
Or the firewood box that we have in the living room for our fires.
Yeah, and the thing is that he's so mobile, and yet he's so new to being mobile that...
Still a little wobbly.
And almost a little overconfident.
Yes.
Where sometimes he will grab on something that isn't solid, like he'll grab a blanket and try to pull up on it and just won't.
Right. He started like cruising along the furniture a little bit, but then, you know, sometimes he'll be like, I got this shit, and then like let go, and then like he might stand there for like a couple seconds, like steady.
A split second, yeah.
And then he'll like fall over, so you got to be ready, like ready, or he's going to smack his head on something, you know.
And it's bound to happen.
Yeah,
kids
he's got a bruise like right by his eye right now from hitting his head on something, and
still don't even know what.
Yeah. No, yeah, I wasn't sure if that was at home or daycare, but it's just a little guy right here. But we know it's going to happen. We're not naive, but it's definitely interesting having such a mobile kiddo.
We are pretty much like human jungle gyms too when we're playing with him. He wants to crawl up.
Yeah, similar to last month. He just wants to crawl up on us, more like pull up on us now, though. It's not like crawling on top of us anymore. It's more like he wants to pull and stand next to us and look at what we're doing, or just be standing. That's what you could tell he's like getting ready to like walk, because he's pulling up on everything and wants to be in that standing position. He's a super fast crawler now. He's figured out like a couple of different ways to crawl that gets him somewhere faster.
Yeah, sometimes he'll like, instead of just like hand, he'll like swing his like leg. Almost.
Yeah, his one leg will come up to like almost a kneeling position, and he'll push off that. It's very unique.
It's like a scoop.
Yeah. But yeah, so we've obviously childproofed now. We did some childproofing last month, but now like we did all the outlets and everything when he was just crawling. But now that he's very curious, he loves to open and shut any door.
Yes.
Cabinets, bedroom door, bathroom door, everywhere. So we've, nipped that in the bud. We put the cabinet locks on them.
We did find some really nice Amazon.
Yeah, we can link those below.
Super easy. You just peel the back and you stick them on.
Yeah, and so they don't mess up your cabinets or anything like that. They don't leave like a residue, or you don't have to like drill anything. So we'll link them below. Everything that we talk about, like always, we'll link below. But anyway, continuing, he's still teething like a madman, has some fresh teeth coming in, the 2 ones next to his front top teeth.
Yeah, he was like a beaver.
Yeah.
For a while.
Mm-hmm. I will say, though, that the bottom 2 and top 2 kind of came in pretty quickly after one another. And then these 2 that are coming in, like, they keep on like poking in and out, I swear. I think like his gums like swell around it because it's like
they're right there.
Yeah, so they're right there, but that's been coming for like a while now.
He will chatter his teeth too, and you hate it.
I hate it.
You hate it.
I hate, and I like read this. It's very normal for like kids when they first get those like the top and bottom teeth to like grind them a little bit because they're like, oh, what the hell is in my mouth now? That's
and this
fun.
kind of feels weird.
So he like grinds it it's not all the time. It's not like all day, every day. But it's like the few times, and it's like nails on a chalkboard for me. I hate it. So I try to find like the closest teether and pretty much shove it in his mouth so that he can gnaw on something, but terrible noise. And then, I don't know, I guess in general, like his personality has like really, he's kind of a goofball.
He is. He can get sensitive too, where
oh yeah,
it's not always like necessarily when we yell at him, but just like, I can't figure this out, I'm kind of over it, wham.
Yeah.
You know?
He gets frustrated super easily because he's overconfident. He wants something done and he knows what he wants to do, but he like obviously will struggle. And so if he doesn't get it on the first or second try, it's like a instant like, I'm pissed off, this sucks.
And you know, I'm sure that's pretty normal. We're not child psychologists, but
no.
You know, just like the whole, you know, you'll get it, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah. So yeah, he does that, but overall he's pretty goofy. Like he'll make like silly faces at us and everything, and like everything, like if he has 2 of the same toy in his hands, he claps them like any toy, even if it won't make like a good sound at all. Like he just and then we'll be smiling, and
we'll do it, and he'll want ours.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Whatever we have is what he wants, obviously, and that's probably pretty normal too.
Also, I've noticed that because I used to do this at him, and he would laugh and giggle and whatnot. He's been putting his finger in his mouth and going, like trying to
lovely noise
figure it out
for you guys. But anyway, yeah, so he's definitely figuring out new fun things to do. Just you can tell that he's very observant and trying to do things that we're doing. And like I said, when he doesn't get it right or doesn't accomplish what he wants to do on the first or second try, yeah, he'll get frustrated. And then finally, just like overall, he's been eating mostly table food. We keep kind of the stage 2 as like if he doesn't eat anything or if he struggles or anything, we'll give him that and he'll still eat that really well. But for the most part, I would say he's on table food at this point.
And he's definitely defined his taste and his flavors and things that he likes.
He definitely has his favorites.
If you put corn in front of him, he will eat all of it.
Yeah. But like if you put mixed vegetables in front of him, like corn, peas, carrots, he will pick out the corn. Like
he figured that out.
He's like, he can tell the difference, which is kind of cool. I mean, at least we know he can maybe see colors.
But even like beyond the table food, like the baby food, he kind of had his own selection, and now that's all we get because he may only get it.
Yeah, at this point, we don't really experiment much with the baby food because now we're experimenting with table food, and so we are just keeping it like his faves, stage 2, keeping it on the back burner, keeping it there just in case. But that's kind of the thoughts of the month, the 11-month update. Those are our basic thoughts and what's been going on. But we got some products to show you. We're actually going to show you guys, so you don't have to like go through the links and everything. We'll show you what we got.
Right.
And
for you podcast listeners,
yes, we still will link them. Obviously, everything, we'll find a link for it. and link it below. But we'll show you YouTubers what we're actually talking about. All right, so yeah, not much has changed, but the first thing that we'll talk about is those stacking cup and rings that we mentioned in the previous episode. We still are like obsessed with them. I'll show you them here.
Yeah, pass me one.
Yeah. Here's the rings, and then here's those stacking cups. I think they come in like multiple colors depending on where you get them, but these by far are like cheap, but like really nice things to even get when they're, I think we first like got them at like 3 months. Yeah. And he still plays with them because he likes to put the cup like in himself, and then like he'll stack them, try himself. So he plays with these things differently, but they've been like, he's 11 months now and still loves these things.
Yeah, so we stack them in, obviously makes a giant tower and he knocks them over. He's been also trying to grab the top one
by itself.
Obviously not easy.
Right.
And doesn't always work. This one, it has 5 different rings. They're all different textures.
Yeah.
What we like to do is, without losing them.
So what he likes to do, we'll like start putting the rings on, and then we'll hand him, he does that too.
He'll pat them together.
Yeah. But we'll hand him like the next color, and he'll put it on all by himself, and then he'll dump it, and then try to do them himself, but obviously he doesn't get the order right, so we try to help him with that. But this is like his favorite thing to do with them, and if I'm doing it with these 2 colors, he has to chuck the ones that he's using, and we'll take mine, which is fine. I mean.
So that one.
But those are definitely the first 2 that I highly, highly suggest, because they just are ones that have...
They may not be hearing you, just by the way. Sorry to interrupt, but your microphone is way over there.
Yikes.
Yo, girl.
Yikes.
Ooh. Oh,
sorry about that.
Don't lose my baby.
I'll make sure that the volume is good on that section. But anyway, so those toys are definitely nice because they've lasted him like 3 to 11 months, and I don't really see him stopping.
First of all, they're hard plastic, or that one's kind of softer, kind of mushy plastic, but easy to clean.
Oh yeah, super easy to clean, and they're just like price effective. They're super inexpensive, and they last so long.
You can do a whole bunch of different things with them.
Yeah. The next one that we got is his walker. I'll make sure to stay back on this. Sorry about that before. This is his walker. Got it on Amazon probably a few months ago now. He at first was only playing with this front section. I'm not going to turn on the volume because it also comes off. Yeah. So you can play with it off of the walker, or you can clip it right back on. And he at first was just playing with this, and then he started pulling up on this, and now like he full on walks behind it, pretty much runs behind it. Honestly, sometimes I feel like I'm like chasing after him.
Whoa, my bear!
But yeah, so this is on Amazon. I'll link it below. He's had it for a few months, and it's kind of, again, one of those toys that like he was able to grow with. Mm-hmm. And so it's been very price or cost effective. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Worth the price.
2 different settings. So there's different, like if you hit the button in one setting and you hit the button in a different setting, it's 2 different noises or whatnot. Different, like, large motor. Is it fine motor?
That's fine motor, babe.
And then, there's these guys down here. They don't even make noise.
Yeah. I'll play with those occasionally. But yeah, so that's just clips right back on. And then he plays with it.
There's also 2 different wheel settings in the back.
Yeah. One is for, like, obviously at the stage he's at now.
Slows down the wheels so he can't just go flying and, go face first. And then the other one is, like, he is walking. He knows himself. And there's no brake to it.
Yeah. And so, I don't know, it gives him a little extra time, too, with it. Because like, right now it's at the slower level where he's just first learning to walk. And then I think essentially the next level is when he's already a walker and he's just wanting to push things around. But the next thing we would like to mention is spoons. That's something we didn't have at the next one, and it's really been in the last month where he's been obsessed with these spoons. Like,
these are just just plastic. What is that?
I think we bought them meant to like use to feed him eventually in life, or for him to feed himself, which in the next year he'll probably end up using it. But for now, these are just like toys to him and teethers.
Very hard plastic. It is by Replay.
Yeah.
And yes, we don't feed him, but he teases on them.
We do feed him. We don't feed him with these.
He teases on them. He smacks into things.
Yeah. Smacks them together. Like I said, everything he wants to smack together. But quite literally, we have at least 2 of these in every one of his play areas because he like almost hunts for one. And
then we can always take one out, clean it.
Yep. Easy to clean. Like I said, hard plastic. So super easy to clean and sanitize. And then just in general, I grabbed some of his favorite teethers right now. This is the Dimple. We got it on Amazon. He didn't like it at first. We got it when he was about 3-4 months.
Yeah.
When we thought he was teething, which,
good one.
He was not teething really then. But anyway, so we got this a while ago. Just in the last month or so, he's really gotten back into it. You can see his little teeth marks on it. But it's like a hard wobble toy. It wobbles and it's hard on the bottom so it doesn't really tip over. And then the top, it makes here a little ASMR here for you. It like pops in and out. It's like a dimple.
Yep.
And he doesn't really do that, but he definitely teases and tries to like do it himself. But yeah, this is good. And then just a few other teether toys. This raspberry we got on Amazon. Those keys.
I think these are like if you typed in teethers on Amazon, these are like $3. Do not put them in the microwave.
No.
This is our second set. We tried to sanitize them in the microwave.
It was a very dumb moment on our part.
It was popping like popcorn, and we're like, oh, that's weird.
It was like essentially jelly that came out of the sanitizing bag that we used. So don't put them in there.
Important note.
So just a few other teethers. His corn on the cob he loves. This came in a 3-pack. It's got little bristles on it, like that banana, which he does have, but it's his car teether, so it's in the car. But that banana, like toothbrush, he loves that one. But yeah, so just a few
good
teethers.
Feel, you know.
Yeah. All of these I can link below, or at least try to find them. But yeah, so his teethers are good, and then we did
the bibs. Oh,
yeah. Can you get it? So another thing that I don't think we've mentioned, now that he's more into the table food, we use silicone bibs. We don't use any cloth ones, and they're super easy to clean, super nice, super easy to put on.
This one's unbearably handsome.
Yeah, we've gotten a few from different places. I think we got a couple from Amazon, and I think I found this one at Target technically. But they sell them everywhere, and they're super nice. I'm not against using the cloth ones because obviously you can just throw them in the wash then. But it's so easy to just wash these because you're already doing bottle dishes like every other day, it seems, or every day. And so I think we have 3 and we never run out of them because.
No, and everything gets trapped in there, and you can use a wet cloth to get like this area, and then scoop out any remnants and give them to the dog.
Right. Yeah. But anyway, the silicone bibs we highly recommend too if you're looking to get anything like that.
And I think, like most kids, he does not like this being put on him.
No.
Once it's on, it's fine.
Yeah, I feel like and it never comes off while he's eating either. I feel like sometimes with the cloth ones, if they're like the Velcro or something, they can easily like get ripped off. He can't get these ones off.
Secure.
And then finally we have, and I didn't grab any because bubbles. I mean, you guys know what bubbles are, I would think. But we have a container of bubbles. We actually, for Christmas, don't tell him, we got him a bubble machine that's shaped like a dog, and it shoots bubbles out of the mouth, but he loves bubbles. That's within
I think most kids are very like, what is that float?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's trippy as hell the first time seeing it. Like, what in the hell is that? But he loves bubbles. That's been within the last few weeks. We have bubbles down in the basement where he plays and does his walker, or in his bedroom where he can.
Yeah, he's kind of fascinated by them. He tries to grab them.
Poke them.
The one time he kind of got upset because he couldn't grab them.
Yes.
So
yes. A little frustration moment for him, but now he's over it. But yeah. Anyway, if you guys have any product suggestions for us for a 11-month or older, please let us know. Comment below or DM me at Always Al or Adulting Midwest Style. We'd love to know what's worked for you or any product suggestions that you have that
or even like stay away from.
Yeah, for sure. Either way, just let us know. Comment below for that. But let's get into the kind of let's get real section that we usually do.
Sure.
You want to start this one?
Sure. He is not a huge fan of fruit.
I think we've mentioned that previously.
Yeah, and I don't know. It has to be the sweetness, the tartness, the whatever. And actually, normally, kids gravitate towards fruit because it's more sugary and more sweet.
Yeah, no, not our kid.
No, corn and green beans and carrots.
Loves vegetables.
And like pumpkin and squash.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what we tried to do was smoothify. Yeah. Just combine a whole bunch of mixed berries or whatnot.
Mixed berries and banana we did recently, and that went over pretty well.
We need to find a way to like really thicken it up. It was more or less
watered
down.
It was a little wet, but like I said, it was kind of our first time doing it, so I think I might just add a little like yogurt to it or something just to thicken it up. But
that and pasta, like
fruit and pasta are still not hitting home with him yet. But I mean, we've had some random times where he has eaten pasta, like maybe 2-3 pastas, and then he's like, meh, done.
I mean, could it be the red sauce that we serve it with? Yes. Like, I think we've tried it
but
plain.
It's like, if it's the red sauce, then he wouldn't like pizza.
I get it.
It's all like the same.
I get it. But, we've tried plain pasta too, and it's like the feel of the sliminess of the...
I think it's textures with him with both the fruit and the pasta, but still figuring it out. Has some success with the smoothie. Just have to thicken it up a little bit, and he prefers. I noticed that I was spoon feeding him it, like I made like a smoothie bowl almost, but I then try to give it to him just like drinking out of a cup. Obviously, I was like doing the pouring, but he seemed like super interested in that. And I've noticed that he likes to take sips out of my drink, so I think he's kind of like super interested in taking
juice.
Like,
it's not like it's coffee or beer.
Yes, no. I hope that was understood.
Right.
But yeah, so he's been very interested in like taking drinks out of like normal cups. So I don't know if that's why he was taking the smoothie really well out of it the other day, but anyway,
he can like get his sippy cup and like,
oh yeah,
he'll like chug.
He's super good with a sippy cup, yeah, because it's like handles and he's like, Whoa. But anyway, now kind of seems like a regular segment for these updates. Daycare versus home. Still kind of similar situations where it's frustrating when schedules get almost manipulated and changed when he goes to daycare for the 3 days and then comes home for 4 days. And we try to get him back into it, and we try to get him back to the, like, this is when he takes his first nap. This is when he, usually gets lunch and everything. And then it just doesn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine trying to look after 4 different infants all at once.
Right. We totally get that.
And
it's just like
all kids are fluid. It's not always, it is 9:30, you go to sleep,
right.
And
they all are on their own schedules. I totally 100% get that. But I think it's fair that we talk about it because it is a frustration.
It is. And similar thing to like, he has a giant, what would you call it? Rug burn.
Yeah.
On his ankle.
Yeah.
On both of his ankles, because when he gets excited, he kicks.
Yep.
And he rubs. And sometimes
he gets like he's had them for a while too. It's not like it's just happened, but he gets like these rug burns on the outside of his ankles that he keeps repeatedly reopening. And we talked to them about like making sure his socks are on, and we've sent him now in like these little shoes that
should help with it.
That like keep his socks on then. And it just seems like we heal it up from like Thursday night till Tuesday morning.
And it looks great.
Looks great. And then by the end of the day, Thursday, I swear to God, it's like
pink, red.
It's back to looking like shit. So,
and I don't know a way, like, you can't tell him to not kick, you know.
It's such a habit for him. Like, it's almost every time he's sitting, he just does it while he's playing. It's not something that, like, we could even make him stop. So it's just something that we have to keep stressing. And,
Band-Aid and thick socks. And
and hopefully when he starts walking, we're hoping that kind of slowly goes away.
And you know what? It was kind of like when he was a couple months old, he would like scratch his head open.
Yeah, he was
because he was a scratch, try to soothe himself to sleep.
Yeah. And he's obviously grown out of that. So
we also keep track of his nails a little bit better.
Yeah. So we're frustrated. We have some frustrations, I guess, with taking him to daycare, but they're so wonderful. They do a great job. He eats super well, sleeps great there. He loves it there. He practically jumps out of my arms to go see his teacher when I drop him off in the mornings, which I appreciate. Like, I'm not the type that I need him to, like, oh, mommy, I'm going to miss you. Like, no. Like, if you have a great drop off, I'm, like, 100% okay with that. Mm-hmm. But something new this month is that he hasn't really been pulling my hair or putting it in his mouth anymore. But his new fun little habit that he's got is that he will, like, flap his arms because he's excited. But then all of a sudden it's more like, oh, look, I'm hitting you in the face. Like, and it's so funny. And we're like, let's stop.
Yeah, and I know it's excitement, and I know it's partially just being uncoordinated. But sometimes I do think that it's like, I'm going to hit you.
Yeah.
Whap.
Because he thinks it's... I don't know. It's not like he's trying to be mean. I think he's just liking our reactions to it because we make faces like, come on, stop. And I think he thinks our faces are funny. But we have honestly, like, kind of not hit. Oh, my God. We have not hit him. I can't believe I just, like, no, we haven't hit him. But we've kind of, like, tried to lay down the law a little bit is what I'm saying. Like, we have been saying no a lot more and saying, no, thank you. Like, let's stop that.
And he'll give, like, a pouty face.
Yeah.
That kind of, like, you raised your voice. I can tell it's stern.
And I swear he knows the word no now, which is good. But yeah, it's the hitting thing that really gets under our skin because I don't want him to be like that at daycare. Like, I don't want him, like, to get a note home saying, oh, my kid is hitting all these people.
And again, it's not like we see the grumpy face, then we get whacked. Yeah. It's like, hey, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all it is. And, like, when he first got all of his teeth, he was, like, nipping our shoulders a little bit. And that hasn't happened since we've kind of, like, laid down the law and said, no, we are not doing that. And, like,
or ow.
Yeah, or we'll say ow. And he hasn't bitten me since, I don't think so.
And every once in a while, he'll, like, put his face on my shoulder. But it's not like he's, like, gnawing.
Yeah.
It's just like
he's definitely learning the words like no, thank you, ow, so that we can hopefully, like, nip these behaviors in the bud so he's not like that asshole at daycare. For lack of a better word.
Also, like, you've worked in a daycare and you've had to kick people out because of biting and hitting.
It is true. It's a thing. Like, if there's a chronic biter, like, and they can't figure out how to make them stop, like, they have had to throw them out. Which, not that Theo was anywhere near that level. Like I said, he hasn't done it since. He gnaws on everything else, and as soon as we pick him up, he doesn't even try to do anything to us. So we nipped that behavior in the bud. So we're trying to work on this hitting thing, trying to teach him, like, ow, no, that hurts, you know, things like that. Definitely, I want to just say that we're not hitting him.
Again.
Just disclaimer. I did that to say we're, like, teaching him. But anyway.
Teaching him a lesson.
Yikes.
That's a joke.
We just say no thank you and say no, and
ow.
He really, like, responds to that. Like, it's almost like he knows what we're saying. But other than that,
I mean, he's been drooling like a faucet.
Still, like I said, he's still getting those 2 teeth. And so, and I'm sure this is going to be a thing for a while. Like, he's going to be always almost teething. Like, I swear.
And I think everybody understands.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Everyone's been there.
Yeah. But, kind of something new we started last month, I think, or the month before, is we talked about like our goals that we had for him, if we've met them, and then some of our new goals. So, what we hoped for from the 10-month update to now was that we were like walking, maybe not quite, almost walking, definitely pulling up, definitely cruising along furniture.
Can walk.
He's a crazy man with his walker toy. But no, definitely not by himself. So not quite on that one.
We have tried between you and me, just like he's gotten like 2 steps, and they're definitely on accident. Like,
oh yeah, like we passed him back and forth. Like we've like
stood him up.
Yeah, stood him up and like let him go towards the other person when we're sitting like super close, obviously. But it hasn't really been super successful.
Accidental.
Yeah. Another one says mama, which he has pretty regularly.
Yes, mama, dad.
Yeah. And then increase in table food for sure.
Yes.
That's definitely true. Like I said, he hardly eats his baby food that we still have. Mm-hmm. And we really try to avoid it too. Like if he doesn't eat the dinner we make, then we usually make like a couple of extra like chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
he loves
chicken nuggets, grilled cheese,
mixed veggies.
Pizza.
So we do have like things that we'll make it even before we go to the baby food too. So definitely like.
And then we also always have like a dessert. We always have like a puff.
Yeah, he usually still eats his puffs.
Creamies or
yogurt drops.
Yeah.
So he always gets something like that, like after he's eaten our food. But
a good
definitely has increased in table food for sure. And then the final one we said was clap or wave, which no, he doesn't do by himself, but he loves making us do it. So he will grab our hands and like make us clap for him or like, but if we even try to like say, oh yay, you do it now, he's like, no.
Ugh.
Like, no, I want to make you do it.
I am not doing that.
So, no, not really. He loves making us do it, and like I said, he still likes to like clap his toys and everything and clap our hands, but he doesn't do it himself. So, kind of leads us into what we hope for by his 1 year, which is crazy.
Year birthday.
We obviously hope he will actually be walking, because we know obviously it'll like bring on even more stress for us and like more curiosity and everything, but obviously we know that's what he wants, and it'll just make him happier.
And I think that 1 year and having a walker is very advanced. Like I don't know. I don't know when the first step is.
I think advanced. Like I know some kids walk at like 9 months,
and they're amazing, and they can do calculus now.
Right. So I don't know when like it's like weird if they aren't walking yet, but I think by 1 year it's pretty normal that it's like on track.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're pretty excited.
That's what we're
hoping for. And then obviously clapping and waving, we'd love to see him do that himself.
And I would probably say like his food just being
like 100%.
Yeah, just like out of formula.
Yeah. That would be nice, formula, but I don't think he'd be done with formula because we'd have to introduce like whole milk slowly and everything, which that's a whole new can of worms that I think we can't do until after he's walked.
So I guess we'll say like no more baby food.
Yeah, maybe just 100% on table food, like no questions asked, maybe. And ideally more fruits and pasta, because we like that stuff. That's why we're like stressed about it, because we're like, come on, pasta is just an easy thing to make. Mac and cheese he doesn't really like, so we're hoping that changes. But that kind of concludes our 11-month special episode this week on a Friday.
Yep.
Because Thursday was Thanksgiving, which, by the way, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I hope it was stress-free.
Stress-free. we did a stress-free video just on Monday. Check it out. If you haven't already, even though it's after Thanksgiving, but it's still a fun episode to watch. I mean,
sure.
Tips for next Thanksgiving, I suppose. But yeah, check that out. We'll link it above. But anyway, we hope you have a great weekend. A long weekend for some of you, maybe. Maybe you're off today because it's Black Friday. I work today. I just did an easy thing, though, so it wasn't bad. And Aaron's off today.
I am.
So he got Theo Day today. But we hope you have a great long weekend. If you're new here, please subscribe. Or if you're not, please spread the word. We'd love to, reach out to more people. Comment below any content ideas. If you have any thoughts on our beer selection.
Yes, because we want to expand our beer from out of Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Which we've only been doing. We've only been doing Wisconsin beers, and we want to kind of go towards the Midwest.
Yeah. We're going to maybe ask one more time, but we've gotten quite a few opinions of people wanting us to just do Midwest and, do that all the time instead of just Wisconsin. So most people are wanting that, but if you have a strong opinion on one or the other, let us know in the comments or DM me. And then any content ideas. And then lastly, the Q&A. So we are hoping to do a Q&A sometime in the early year next year.
And we need some cues.
Some of you have already sent in stuff. Thanks so much. Comment below if you have a question for us.
Send in more.
Yeah, send in more if you have more questions. But yeah, we will do a Q&A episode sometime in the early year next year. We're just wanting to accumulate a good amount of questions and ask us anything, really. We're pretty open to whatever. We're not going to be shy. So ask us whatever you want. But thank you for watching. Hope you have a great weekend and cheers, everyone.
Cheers.